Good morning. I'm John Kriegelstein, Director of Education for the Mid-America Union Conference. I have one of the best jobs anybody could have in part of the Adventist system because I get to visit with superintendents, with principals, with teachers, and probably the favorite thing is with students. Students are some of the whole reason we exist is to bring these kids to the feet of Jesus. We have some of the most highly dedicated, committed people in the world working in our system. And as I travel from conference to conference, I get the privilege of visiting some of the 70 elementary schools and 7 academies and listening to what's happening on those campuses. I get to see in action the activities of the teachers and the administrators as they daily bring kids, to the feet of Jesus. Our Office of Education has a philosophy that we're here to serve the schools through the conference. And we do that in a number of ways. Much of the curriculum that we use, even development of textbooks, is done at the NAD level. However, the NAD uses the teachers and other specialists and brings them in, and that's how those things are developed. We become the pipeline to get those things down to the individual schools. And in the process, we like to think we do a value-added service to our schools by, whenever possible, reducing the cost of those materials by a little bit, sometimes quite a bit, in order to make them more affordable for the local school. We partially fund teachers being able to attend subject area national conventions. You know, it's nice to go to, in fact, it's wonderful to go to a national convention that's run by our church. And every 6 years we've been able to do that. And in this union, we have been setting aside money each year so that when it comes time for that convention, we fund the entire way for each of our teachers. A major, major undertaking, and yet one that I just can't tell you enough how much it feels like you're in heaven when you're surrounded by all these teachers that are just there for the same reason you are. They enjoy being with each other. But it's also nice to be able to go to a national subject area convention, and that's particularly for secondary teachers. But we now have broadened that so that we are taking a few each year to ASCD, a very special convention that works best for across the curriculum. But that's one way we can get elementary teachers out there and have some professional development for them. Our office could not run without our administrative assistants. We have 2 of them in our office. Barb Enquist manages the flow of the Iowa test materials, and that's a big job to get all that material out there to the schools, to the conferences, and then to get it collected. We don't have to collect it here, but at the conference level, and the conferences send them in. That is a wonderful service that we get from Barb. She also becomes our meeting and event coordinator whenever we have big meetings here in the office or someplace else, say in a hotel. After we've located the hotel, she's the one that puts it all together and makes sure that every teacher that's supposed to be there has the option to be there, that the room is taken care of, that they don't have to worry about much of anything but to be there. Christy Griffith is our certification registrar. And what a huge job it is to keep track of all of the certification records for every teacher and administrator across this union. And that job is centered at her desk. In addition to that, she also is our summer school coordinator. I have to tell you that it is a wonderful privilege that I have of being able to work in this union with the philosophy that's here in the union and with the wonderful team of educators that we have across the union.